Greetings, programs, and welcome to ArcNeo Reviews, where, for fun, I'm taking a break from all the figures and Transformers and stuff, and I'm going to look at some other things. So today, we're actually going to look at the Zumi Pocket Juice external battery for the Nintendo Switch. And, I know there's so many, external battery, life extenders for the Switch out there nowadays. This is the one that I have. I've used it for quite a while now, actually. So I figured, hey, this thing's good. I'll go on the internet and actually let people know it's good. So, first thing you can see, actually, is it is, very clearly shaped, solely for the Switch. Worth mentioning, because I do see a lot of these that basically they just look like any USB-C, power pack. Some of them, they don't even clip on very well. This one does, which I'll get to in a second. It actually does have a cutout right here, so the air vent on the Switch doesn't get, covered, which is, again, really nice. Charge it right there. And then right there, if you want, you can also, charge your phone or whatever off of this thing. It did come with this super, super short little USB cable to charge it. You can see it's got their logo right there. But so this is it's a charge-only cable. So if you plug your phone into your computer with this, it's not going to do data or anything. It's only going to charge it. But it charges this thing really well, and it's also great. Put up there, charge your phone off of it. I actually have done that quite a few times. On the side here, it's got a power button. Lets you know, what the charge level of this thing is. Clearly, I've, got it charged up all the way. It does a pretty good job, actually, of holding its charge while not in use as well. Which, props, I've used other power banks and stuff like that before. They were terrible. They would just go dead, and never be there when you need them. For the curious, here's all your, full-on stats and everything. It does come with the warning not to charge it and use it at the same time. I'm going to listen to that, so if someone who's got, more money to buy a couple of these wants to test that and see if it actually does break something, be my guest. I'm going to not ruin my power bank. So, only other thing to mention is that it does have it has a slight matte finish to it, which unfortunately makes it show everything. So, it looks beat up, but, I haven't done much of anything to it. It actually is small enough that it goes in the carrying case with my Nintendo Switch when I go anywhere. But, so, it has a pretty pampered life, but it's still, that matte finish just gets, torqued pretty easy. So, getting your Switch in it, insanely easy. Let's go ahead. This piece is, spring loaded. Just pull it up. Drop the Switch down. And push it up in. There you go. And, my Switch is already charged because I just pulled it out of the dock, but in fact, I think... No, it's not going to say anything right now. But that's all there is to it. So now your Switch, I found it gets me around 3 times the charge. Hello. But, it definitely helps the battery life. As you can see, it doesn't actually make it that much bigger. If I can get my stupid camera to focus. There we go. But yeah, it doesn't mess with the size, doesn't bulk the thing out too bad. It adds a little bit of weight, but it's still, at least for me, very comfortable to use. And because I know a lot of people did not like the kickstand that's on the Switch itself, it does actually have its own stand in the back here. Holds it at, you know, about the same angle as the Switch one, but yeah. So overall, yeah, if you've got a Switch and you happen to come across this, you know, battery pack out in the wild, I got mine at Ross for, I want to say $10, and it is definitely worth the purchase, especially if you like to use a Switch portable. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Greetings, programs, and welcome to ArcNeo Reviews, where today we're going to look at another little piece of Nintendo Switch tech, actually. So this is the Power A controller charger. And this thing is awesome. So again, this is a matter of, I have it, it's really good, I'm going to go on the internet and say it's good. So, one of the first things to know, actually, is that the cord is adjustable. You can actually, you know, pop it out of here. This piece doesn't slide, unfortunately, but you can still get it wrapped up, you know, or leave it at full length like I do. Slide that back in, which is really handy, really nice to be able to do. Just plain basic black plastic everywhere. Does have lights up here that are these do change color even. They're red for charging, and then they will turn green when something's done. And then right here, there's a little button that actually is pushed down as you put in your Pro controller. And as you see, it pops up those little contacts in the back there. This also comes with this piece, which is just a little charge adapter. Goes in your Pro controller right there. And then so when you just drop it in here, now your Pro controller is charging. As well as on the sides here, go ahead and drop in your Joy-Cons. They don't, you know, lock in, you know, so you can't just pull them out. You don't have to use the button on them. But they do still hold in there fairly well. You know, I'm not going to tip it upside down and shake it because I'm sure, yeah, my Joy-Con's going to fall out. This thing's really heavy, and it's made to sit like that. So I'm sorry if you want me to do something weird and crazy for internet points. I'm going to use these things like they're made to be used. And as it's meant to be used, this thing actually does a really great job charging all your controllers. So, and of course, you know, you just best way to use it is just take this and plug it straight into your Switch dock, because of course, better still, since as I understand, this USB 3 port hiding down in here is meant for networking, but everyone I know just uses their Switch, you know, they use the Wi-Fi. So I actually recommend plug it in there, run your AC and HDMI out. Everything fits through those holes just fine. And another bonus, if you're like me and you have any kind of grips for your Joy-Cons, as you might be able to tell, these are the Breath of the Wild ones. Came out like back when the Switch was fairly young. They do also go on here just fine while still in the grips, which again is pretty nice. So, short video aside, I've had this thing for, you know, a good number of months. It still works great. Everything charges up really well. I recommend, if you've got anything above just the base Joy-Con stuck on the side of your Switch, go ahead and pick one of these up. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.